Yeah, I'll do merchandise next. So much of the merchandise, to me, I guess the longer you do this, the easier it gets to spot. Here are 2 Full Metal Alchemist items. They're this exact same item. Can you guess which one is authentic?
The one in the clear package.
Yes. Yes, the one that you can visibly see Funimation on the logo. Also, you see, this is another logo to become very familiar with. This GE logo, it's Great Eastern. Great Eastern is the Jump To company on not just merchandise, but wall scrolls, playing cards. You will see their logo on a ton of stuff. There were recently a rash of beach towels that came out. And it used to be in the old days that if you saw a towel, it was almost always a bootleg item. Great Eastern now has towels with anime characters on them.
20 or 30 styles.
Yeah. Great Eastern is a really wonderful company. So, yeah, you can usually spot, especially American distribution of Japanese items like Pokemon. They have logos all over them. You can usually spot the logos on the packages. Again, Funimation's logo on the back, Great Eastern's logo on the back. This also, yeah.
I mean, that's the way it came. It was not shrink wrapped.
Yeah, it's in just a little bag. And Emily told me something else about the bags, that if you get items that are wrapped in clear wrap in Japan, it's not a cheap clear wrap. It's a very noisy, almost thick cellophane wrapper. That's how she said you can almost always tell the difference between the bootleg keychains and the real keychains is that material they put around it. Yeah, and yeah, oh, how about that for presentation? And somewhere, hidden way down under the secret compartment is a watch.
With no copyright info on the watch itself.
And I love this necklace, wait. Hollow back necklace. No copyright anywhere. And the watch. No copyright. It says Full Metal Alchemist.
Pass that around too.
No copyright inside. Yeah, hang on. Oh, wait, it might not close. There we go. Yeah.
Shoddy workmanship.
Yeah. No, wait. Is it seriously? Rosemary said it's okay for us to take the other one out?
I think it's fine.
Okay.
I have a bunch at home. If it's not okay, I'll replace it.
Okay. I want you to just see the quality difference on the watch itself. You can see the difference just in the detailing on the watch itself.
Japanese.
Why would you not want the one on the good one?
I agree with you. Why would you not want the one here?
That one broke.
Yes. Obviously this one broke.
How many people come up, my watch broke?
And you can just see the difference in the goods. One is very cheaply made. The other is a collector. It's a collector's piece. It's built for people that want to buy something special.
And the batteries last longer too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have we about bootlegs like FYE?
No. You will not find bootlegs at FYE.
You just held up, I find that in FYE.
Yeah, you can find this at FYE. You can actually find these at, don't they still sell these at Hot Topic?
Yeah.
I don't know if they do anymore.
They used to, yeah, they used to. I don't know if they still sell them there
Hot
anymore.
Topic cleared out most of the anime stuff.
Yeah,
They
unfortunately a lot of them are doing
fans
it.
don't see it.
But you can see the difference in just the presentation of these two items. This is a perfect example of trying to knock it off as quickly as possible and as cheaply as possible versus, hi, we're making this for fans, for, people that oh, I forgot the crappy necklace. Don't want to lose this. It might make my neck turn green or something. So, yeah. I'm so glad we have these. I've never had this many examples to show anybody, so you're getting the best version of this panel, except for my ADD taking over from time to time. The slip cards have become almost a deal for Great Eastern and Funimation. In fact, a lot of the keychains, even though it would be easier to sell keychains in a form like this, which we're going to talk about these awful things in a minute, most all companies, because of a piracy issue, like to have some kind of identification. So on a lot of the keychains now, and the soft plush keychains and everything, they come in a slipcase like this. It maybe not be this big and bulky, but they're smaller ones. I want to since I talked about keychains, I'll talk about figures and keychains. And hold up two blazing examples. Can you pick out the authentic versus the yes, the one in a blister pack? The one that also has Deke's logo on the back, the one that has the Irwin logo on it. Sailor Moon stuff is another one where you're not. if you're looking at Sailor Moon stuff, it's usually blindingly obvious whether it's bootleg or not. About these, there are two different types of keychains that they sell in Japan. They're called key holders, and then they're just miniatures of the figures. Almost never will you see these sold in Japan without a bag on them and a gold twist tie. And a lot of times there's even company information on a tag. People that sell bulks of these and these at conventions, these are very cheaply made in China, and they fall apart like that. How long do you think it would take to wear the paint off of one of these? Just out of curiosity. Specifically, this big bulky guy over here.
Like a day or two if it were
Less than a week, usually. In less than a week of just your average, keychain rubbing, you'll have she'll be missing an eye, or her bow will be white. Yeah, so these items are made very cheaply, and the keychains are where I told people to start confronting the vendors, because a lot of vendors will, out of convenience, take everything out of their wrappers and display them differently for conventions, and that's totally fine. That's as a retailer, they can do it. They can sell however they want. But if you go to a vendor and have a question about a keychain, most all of the vendors can give you a reason why. Oh no, this is the legitimate, And even if they've done something like taking it out of the packaging, they're like, oh well. And Eagle Anime will do this. They're like, well, it normally comes in this slip card, but we do this for other reasons. But they even have an example of a card. And it wasn't until I started trying to find out more about bootleg keychains. Well, that one's where it belonged. That's when I realized that you could gauge who was selling bad stuff, because I was like, how do you spot bootleg stuff? And some people were very nice, and some people were like, well, I don't sell anything bootleg, and they get really huffy and they won't talk to you about it. I will say that what I'm holding in my hand, and I'm not going to do a bad imitation of the Axe commercial. Yay, topical humor. These are the hardest for me to spot. Because, yeah, no, have these ever been opened?
It doesn't matter, I'll open them eventually anyways. Those are impossible to sell in the packages.
Yeah, they really are.
Especially,
does anybody not know what this is, just out of curiosity? They're a Gashapon, and they come from vending machines. They are the awesome collector's toy of collector's toys.
One of my favorite items.
Yes, they're people that collect Gashapon are fanatical about having them all, and it's fun to collect them because 9 times out of 10 you have to build them. They're in little tiny pieces in here, and you have to put them together.
Ones, so those are all together.
Oh, these are the. Oh my God, this one's so cute too.
You can take it
now you can see what a fanboy I can be at times. Yeah. The Gashapon from Japan will almost always have some kind of brochure or pamphlet information. And again, huh?
So cool.
Yeah. Again, there should be. Oh crap! It's not on here.
I think your finger's on it.
The safe toy thing.
Oh.
This might not, because it's not plush, so it might not have this Japanese safe toy code.
Okay.
But I'm trying to find the logo. Well, yeah, there's the Gashapon logo in the book, and I'm sure somewhere.
On the other side.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. There's Bandai's logo, right, blazing on the front. So again, both the distributor and the copyright owner's logos on here. This one's so cute. They are really, really cool, and these are the ones that I have the hardest time spotting because, like you said, with it in this form, unless it's turned so I can see the Bandai logo, which, let me see. Actually, they're turned so that the copyright information is facing out. I don't know whether we're lucky because 2 of them do that. Do you know if that's the case?
Usually they're always with the
turned
booklet faced out properly unless somebody's repackaged them.
Yeah, yeah. These, I will say, I have seen Gashapon that I was not sure whether they were legit or not. That is when, in many cases, the internet is our enemy, and that's one of the cases when the internet is your friend. People that collect Gashapon have forums where they discuss what's coming out, what's out, how to spot this, etc. What is a weird variant that only 200 people got. That's when you start asking people that collect things, hey, have you ever heard of this? Any type of these collectibles, usually there is a very large collectible market. And you can find information. If not, doesn't Gashapon have a website? I know there's actually now a Gacha USA. Yeah, there's a Japanese one. I don't know how easy it would be to navigate.
The American one really doesn't have any info on it.
Yeah, the American one I think is dedicated to the American toys, right? Like the Peekapoo. Wait, I've got an example of. I've got an American Gashapon toy. This is one of the Gacha USA's. Yeah, they do these. I call them cosplay poo. They're Winnie the Pooh in a costume, and he actually comes out. You do? You will never see me without some kind of Winnie the Pooh on my phone. So I collect those. Yeah. So I don't think the Gashapon site would be too easy to navigate by yourself.
I did find a retailer that had a huge section that told about Gashapon.
Oh wow, very cool.
I don't remember which retailer that was, but if you do a
I'll definitely look for it.
I know
that's very cool.
A whole page about what is a Gashapon and how to tell the difference.
That's very, very cool. Oh wow, that's awesome. Because of that, I'll move on to something, because we were talking about how to find resources. I'm going to move on to one that I've recently found 2 really good resources for, and that's Bootleg Plush. Bootleg Plush is the thing I see sold the most at conventions. Every time somebody tells me they have a bootleg free dealer's room, I can almost always find one Bootleg Plush.
Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah. Oh, in fact, here's a great resource. I'm sure this is like asking who's drank water. Who has a Facebook? Okay, yeah. Okay. Anyone that has a Facebook, there's a great Facebook group called Anime Fans Against Bootlegging. And their logo is usually, their user picture is usually a ridiculously bad bootleg. And my favorite was the rosy-cheeked, red-lipped Sephiroth plushie.
Have you seen the White Barrett?
No, I have not seen a White Barrett.
There's a Barrett plushie from Final Fantasy VII, and he's white and not black.
Yeah.
I'm not buying you.
Wow. Yeah.
That's all over Amazon.
The Sephiroth with the Raggedy Andy cheeks is my favorite, and that was the user picture for a long time. Believe it or not, one of the first places I found a pretty good resource for detecting bootleg plush was where? Where did I already say all bootleg goes to die? eBay in their FAQ section has. Now I found out later it was pulled from the UFO site in Japan because all the examples were exactly the same. But they really did have a nicely translated version of the same FAQ that appears on the UFO site. And it's what to look for in plush. And it's so tough. It was really tough for me working on Oron because people were always bringing me Oron plush, and they were all bootleg. Every one of those, Tamaki, Twins, Mori, Honey, all of them, all bootleg. There was very little legally available Oron merchandise at the time. I think the Usachan slippers. Oh, Funimation has gone buck wild on Oron merchandise. Hey, and actually that's me. That's the one. His hair is going the right way. There's me on a keychain, or my character, a keychain.